Previously, on Talk That Talk. I'll put it this way: you sent me a video, and in that video, they eating him up. But does that necessarily mean he can teach?
Well, can I add one more piece?
Yeah, that happening around the culture. But go ahead, Rick.
I just got to add one more piece too, and this the part I guess was gonna be, y'all know me, it's got to be controversial, whatever.
Well, come on with it, Rick.
Whatever.
Damn time.
The people we talking about can actually do the job. That's this conversation we've had up until now.
Yep.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that graduated with us that weren't good.
Right.
Just because you old don't mean you can do the job. Just because you went to school to study music don't mean you can be somebody's band director, especially at the collegiate level. There's a level of expertise that's there that you have to do this job at a high level. I kept my mouth shut, man. I was trying to be nice, y'all.
Ain't no nice.
The money is, but Mario, I know you gonna remember. You and Julie gonna remember because y'all were in the band room when this happened. We had music majors that couldn't pass sight singing to save their dang on life. They can't sing a B flat at all. And we're gonna be somebody's band director. They can't do rhythms. They can't sight read. They can't do none of this stuff. But they expect to be the band director at Southern University. I don't blame Southern. If you gonna come in here and you can't do nothing, you ain't gonna stand in front of this band program. I'd rather take the young dude that know what he's talking about than somebody just because they got age. This is a multifaceted conversation, y'all. Like, there's so many. To be honest, y'all, the people that teach at the collegiate level specifically should be the most talented of us. If we look at this like the NFL or whatever that is, you have to go to high school and college before you can make it to the NFL. They put that rule in place for a reason. Whether it's a financial one, whether it's that, but I think that those that are educating the future educators should be amongst the best of us. And so I think that addresses what we've all been saying, is that at the end of the day, you have to have standards. Y'all know me. That's what I've been saying on this show from the very beginning. You're only as good as what you learn and what you know and where you come from. We can't expect to have a whole generation of great high school bands if people are going to band programs that are terrible. Just because it's fun. We talked about that on the show. Oh, it's fun. It's going to keep the kids excited. Yeah, that's great. But then what? Because eventually those kids are going to become adults and they're going to have to be able to do something. If we want this HBCU band culture or music in general to continue to flourish at our schools, we're going to have to start teaching something. And so, that's where my frustration comes from, Quan, is that, like you said, you look at these programs and there's a lot of unqualified people in these positions. But on the other side of that, all we're doing is hurting Black people. If you can't compete, I mean, they try to make it a black-white thing, so let's go to the black-white thing. If you can't compete with the kid that's graduating from UT or from Texas Tech or from North Texas or University of Michigan or wherever, if you can't compete with that person, then you're not going to get the job. There are a lot of us, think about this, y'all. How many times, and I'll pose this question, how many times, y'all, have we sat and had conversations, Mario and Julian, about how terrible certain facets of our music education was at the school we went to? Some people look at Norfolk State as being the bastion of one of the, pinnacle of great bands. They always sound good. Yeah, we might not like their music that they play, but you can't take away from the fact they sound good. Think about all those conversations we had about shitty classes we had at Norfolk and how unprepared we felt going into other situations. You know what I'm saying? And we were amongst the most talented people in our classes. So we can beat around the bush, y'all. The fact of the matter is the school has to prepare the student to go out and learn how to do the gig. Because like I said before, and people got mad at me, band directing and music is a profession. It's not just something you like. It's something that requires expertise. You must continue to grow at it to be good at it. But on the other hand, you also got to be passing that back. You have to set up an environment so that when I could die tonight, God, forbid that happen. But hopefully I can say I touched the lives of some young people and I taught them something that's going to help them be a better band director. And that's my mission. My mission ain't about me. Y'all know me. Everybody on this panel knows me. I ain't never been nobody the type of dude to big myself. I don't do that, y'all. I can't stand that. People tell me, "Oh, Rick, you did this and that." I feel uncomfortable when people do that. Because I do it not for the accolade. I do it because I know it's the right thing to do. And like you said, Julian, when I told my story about when I was a kid, I look back on that time and I say I'll never put somebody else in the position that I felt that I was put into so many times. So understand, y'all, that all you kids in college, this job is hard. And some of you aren't going to be able to cut it at this level. No matter how big an idea you think you have, it's more to it than that, like Quan said. So I'll leave it there.